everyone. Welcome to Yachting International Radio. You're with Karine Rayson, the crew coach, and today we're talking about leadership. With us, we have Keagan, and he has recently got a promotion. Congratulations, Keagan. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your yachting background, how long you've been working in the industry, and your recent promotion before we get started?
Cool. Thank you, Karine. Yeah, obviously been recently doing the advanced leadership course, getting a lot out of it. I've been doing yachting for nearly 7 years now. It's been quite a long time. I think looking back, I didn't really have a lot of direction. I had a lot of personal, family responsibilities pull me away from probably seeing it as a long-term career, and really settled now with the new program that I just joined beginning of last year. So going forward, really exciting, really enjoying the program I'm a part of now. It's a new build. And yeah, just recently been promoted to a bigger leadership role. And yeah, in terms of the course, I've only, I would say a quarter of the way through it, but really enjoying the aspect of really not being told how to be, but actually looking upon yourself and what you have to offer, and exploring the skills that you maybe are not aware of, that you're scared of or not acknowledging. Yeah, really loving it.
Awesome. So I know when you first started the course, the questions were a little bit challenging, and that is normal. That's how the course is designed, and it's required you to think. But I feel like you've gone a leap ahead where you're now processing the content and answering the questions in such a way that it is just increasing your emotional intelligence, and it's helping you become a better leader. So could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. It's just my mentality was okay, I'm doing a course, and I did the first section, and there was a question and answers, and I read the questions, and I was okay, what is the right and wrong answer here? I was oh, maybe I'm going to get marked badly on this, but I've quickly learned to realize it was there's no real right or wrong. It's just exploring your experiences as an individual, and exploring how your feelings and emotions and core values and, your background, how you then express yourself as the leader. It's really interesting in that way. It's, as you say, you're exploring a more emotional side of it, which is really interesting for me. I think it's a great aspect in people actually understanding themselves and exploring themselves as a person and extracting the best person that you are. Not a course where it's dictated to you, how to be and what's expected of you and things. So it's it's really beneficial in that way.
Fantastic. And I know you did your Helm course, I think it was Helm recently, haven't you? And then you mentioned something about this particular advanced leadership course in your Helm course.
Yes. So, Helm's only 3 days. It's very, you pitch up at 9 in the morning, and then you leave sometime just before late into the afternoon. So it touches on all the topics that we've been covering, but you get there, they teach you, they kind of dictate to you there's a right and wrong. So there's certain ways to answer them. Once I heard about someone actually failing the course, it's I don't think that's the right way about it after having done most of the content on this course, where it's you're really reflecting upon yourself and in certain situations and putting yourself out into an uncomfortable situation and really evaluating yourself and your confidence and your views, and opening your views and horizons to someone else's opinions, things like that. Yeah.
True. So it's really stepping into your own power. It's increasing your emotional intelligence. And what you're describing there is developing your self-awareness. If we are not aware of our blind spots, which you discovered through the course and the research inquiry, you will set yourself up for failure as a leader. You cannot be ignorant to your areas of improvement, because what will happen is you will stay small. As a leader, to receive feedback, it's not easy, but who's to say we're better than someone else? That's so wrong, isn't it? To think It's abuse of power.
For sure.
So what you've learned from the course so far, I know you said your partner is with you on the vessel. She's done a leadership course and she's been very interested in hearing what you're doing in this particular course and is keen to do another leadership course, this one potentially in the future, after hearing your learnings and growth. What excites you the most in terms of what you can add as a leader to your team?
So, it's something I've obviously really thought about recently a lot because I've been put into a new role. And, you always analyze, okay, what can I bring to the table? So I'm sharing the role with someone else and I know what they're adding and I know what their strengths and weaknesses are. And I'm looking at my strengths and weaknesses. And on this course, like you made us do like these, we've analyzed our core like values and aspects of ourselves and like kindness, good communication. I'm always very keen to be open to other people's opinions and like a lot of things like that came up. And I do think people can approach me. I think I'll be very good at like, that human like interaction and like
yes.
Yeah, like being able to communicate with everyone on a very humane level, not on like less factual as most other people. So I'm always keen to embrace other people's skills and let people, explore and like interact with their own skills and things like that. So I'm hoping to bring some form of that. Yeah.
Awesome. So closing question, what's your biggest advice as a leader in terms of one thing you shouldn't do as a leader and then one thing you should do as a leader? And I'm really putting you on the spot here because everyone who's listening, I do not prepare my interviewees with the questions beforehand. It's totally organic, totally on the spot. So yeah, Keagan, if you can think of something that jumps to you in terms of that question, I'd love to know what that would be.
So shouldn't and should. Gosh, yeah. Shouldn't. I think shouldn't is, it's like trying to think back on my past and my experiences. I think shouldn't is like some people just view getting a task done as, like something. The task getting done is like you have to extract as much as you can out of that person for that task to get done. But I think there's a lot more. So people shouldn't see it like that, where it's just black and white. I think they should like be a lot more interactive with people, like understanding your crew member, your team, the individuals, their personalities, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy, where they want to improve.
Yeah.
And, where their interests lie. So I think shouldn't is like not just seeing people as black and white. That's your position on the board and that's what you're expected to do. And that's that.
Bottom. Yeah.
And then you're getting your paycheck and then you're expected to be happy.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's a shouldn't. I mean, I don't know if that's the best answer, but yeah, that's just how I personally see it. But yeah.
No, it's an amazing answer. Reason being is because this course teaches you how to be a transformational leader, as you know, and what you've described there of what a leader should do are all skills relating to transformational leadership. And that's an ability to listen, an ability to guide, support, coach, and motivate and connect and build a rapport. And those are hard things to achieve.
Exactly. I don't think it's, not everyone has that like conscious way of going about working and leading teams.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
I think it makes it unique if you can engage with. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so important. It will go a long way. And that's how you gain respect as well. You cannot think as a leader because you're a leader, you've got the stripes, so now people will respect you. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really taking what your team has and utilizing it to the absolute best. And in turn, they'll be happy. And like if you encourage them to like explore their interests and what they want to achieve and everything like that, you'll be making them a better person, and they can like then have a lot more to offer to the team. Just going forward, it makes your life easier, really, and like everyone can be a lot more happier.
What it does, it increases productivity and efficiency, which will benefit the vessel at large. But not only that, that will permeate into the guest or owner's experience. And that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. Yeah.
Yeah, just the one other thing that I would like to add to that is I think, the industry is obviously boomed in the last 15 years, and there's a lot that's changed and moved forward with the boats getting bigger and the teams getting bigger. Then and especially in the male dominated section of deck department, a lot of the mentality is you got to go do your courses. It's all very hard skills, they refer to them as, and that it's all factual and it's all knowledge and how to act with this situation. But I think a lot of the time I'm really liking this type of course because you're really now exploring your leadership skill and actually adding value. Because sometimes you'll see someone get into a captain's role, but they completely have zero EQ, and then people then talk about the boat badly, and then it has a whole knock-on effect about crew then go to another boat and talk badly about the boats. And so I'm really enjoying the course in terms of this course is now exploring your soft skills.
Yes.
Where you're really applying yourself, and really people are actually learning to be utilize the best of not the facts and information, they're actually utilizing people and their skills and background, what they have to offer. So I really dig that side of it.
Right. And that's the thing. I've done so many degrees and attended so many lectures. There's nothing worse than investing in a course and it is so boring and you walk away and you don't even use what you've learned. But that's why we do it for 3 months, because it gives you the space to reflect. You have the group coaching experience where you can process that content, share experiences, and then you go out in the field and you apply what you've learned.
Yep.
So that helps that information to stick rather than what we learned at school. The way of learning was, how I did it was basically rope learning, and you absorb all the content and basically regurgitate it. And then the next day I wouldn't remember a thing of what I had actually learned off by heart. So it's not an effective way to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And so the thing is, this course, you just get a lot more out of it. There was something I wanted to say now regarding, just applying yourself, the soft skills. A 3-day course that we have to do in our OWs, it's very, just touches on a lot of these subjects. But one of the, it doesn't really go into depth, and really people don't take it seriously enough. And it's really important side of it, because it has a knock-on effect with safety on board, people's well-being, executing job and work, making it sustainable, securing crew for a long period of time. So it's very important that we're very aware of a lot of things that this course touches on. And for yourself too, because you said, I think the one module, it's feedback, and it's really putting yourself out there, looking for people to really grill you, and get the fastest way of growing yourself. It's actually getting that feedback. Understanding how people view you and how you can improve, or what's good and you can be proud of about yourself. So,
So true. Keagan, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations once again. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the course. I know we're wrapping up the course in just a couple of weeks, but I wish you all the best in your leadership journey.
Cool, of course.